Well, welcome back to Crossroads. Taking out the trash is just rolling a bin to the curb, but recycling, on the other hand, is a bit more complicated. So today we're joined by Marion Utilities Program Coordinator, Pam Kirkland, who's going to show us exactly what can go in those blue bags. So it looks like we have a table full of trash here, but not all of this is trash. A lot of it is recyclable. So what are some things that we need to be looking for when we're getting ready to throw things away, and what can be recycled?
Okay, well, we'll start with some of the basics. I'm going to give you the bag.
We'll hold the bag.
Okay, so for years, you've probably known that glass can be recyclable, right? It's pretty straightforward. The one key thing here is that you need to take a metal lid off of your glass jar, your glass bottle, right? Because the glass is a different material than the metal, and so they can't be recycled together. So you want to make sure that you separate the lid.
So both items are recyclable, you just have to take them apart.
Separate them, yes.
Okay.
Now this is a little bit trickier. First off, the good news is that the label on here is just fine. You don't have to take the label off, because that would be complicated. The jar, recyclable.
Recyclable.
Unfortunately, whoops, the lid is not recyclable.
The lid is not recyclable.
Not recyclable. So this will need to go in the trash.
In the trash.
Separate.
And those are for more plastic containers or just the plastic lids with the glass?
This would be, in general, lids should be removed. Sometimes lids can be recycled also, but in this case, this lid does not have one of the plastic recyclable numbers on it, which we're going to talk about too in a little bit, all the different plastics that are recyclable. So this would be trash.
Trash.
Okay. We're going to take another one, easy one to start with here. Okay, we've got metal.
Metal.
So we've got our aluminum cans, which we've been recycling for many years. They can be recycled. Nice thing to do, just to make the most use of your blue bag, would be to try to compact things as much as you can.
Okay.
Another bit of good news here, the metal cans, recyclable, but you don't have to take the paper off of this either. The way they process these, they put them in a solution that loosens the glue, and the labels all float to the top, so you don't have to take the labels off the cans
stay
either.
On.
Key though, it's clean inside.
Clean.
Has been rinsed. That would be another key thing.
Okay.
Okay. And aluminum foil is a little bit trickier. So yes, it's metal. This happens to be a nice clean piece of aluminum foil. Most times it's not this clean though. So we would want to make sure that if you're going to recycle aluminum foil, that it has to be clean. Rarely is it clean, but if it is clean, feel free to put it in your blue bag.
Blue bag.
Okay.
So what were some of those numbers then you were talking about that really help show if something is recyclable, like on the lids?
That would be plastics. Plastics usually have a triangle here on the bottom with a number in it, and we recycle plastics numbers 1 through 9 right now. So basically, that means pretty much all plastics are recyclable. Key things with that though, let's see, this one is a number 2. It's a nice bottle. This lid is not a number 2. So we would need to put the lid in the trash.
In the trash.
Again, the label is just fine, so it's good. And another thing, just remember, go ahead and try to smash it up as best you can. And just one of the reasons that they really want you to take the lids off of these kind of containers is because when they put them in a baler or compact them, something like that, sometimes those lids will pop off otherwise, and they could be a hazard to people working in the recycling areas. So take the lids off if you can. Make sure you do that and scrunch them up a little bit. There you go. Make sure they're clean. So here's another one. What do you think is wrong with this container? Why couldn't we recycle this?
It looks kind of dirty.
It's dirty. That's a key thing, yeah.
Key thing.
So you can't recycle this only because it's dirty. If it was cleaned out, and that means, you know, scrape the peanut butter out, rinse it out, and then it could be recycled. It's a recyclable number 1, so that's fine. Problem is, though, that the lid is not recyclable. So lid goes in the trash, but in this case, the whole thing's going to have to go in the trash until it's cleaned out.
So if there's anything we're really learning is, you know, really double check the lids. Make sure they're recyclable because they can be a hazard, or sometimes they're just not recyclable, but also always remove them and make sure things are clean.
That's right.
Perfect.
Make sure things are clean. That's key. Lids are questionable. Here's another one that's sometimes questionable. These are all number 6. polystyrene. This is styrofoam, and sometimes it's a little trickier for companies to recycle than some of the other plastics are. But right now we recycle them, so just make sure if you've had a drink in one of these that you rinse it out first, and then you can recycle it. This one too, recyclable. This part is recyclable, cleaned out.
But again, the lid?
No.
Goes in the trash.
This lid goes in the trash and the straw goes in the trash.
Perfect.
Yeah, just separate them out.
Well, for others that maybe want to know more about recycling, if you want that more information about recycling or where to find the blue bags, the number for Marion Utilities is 765-664-2391. So you can go and see what all can be recycled. And also, if you visit their Facebook page, you can see these pamphlets, or they have more instructions kind of about what we talked about today if you happen to forget what those are.